So what are we doing today? Well, we are at Cregnish today on the Isle of Man, which is a small, really old traditional Manx village. It's a tourist destination because it is home to the oldest open-air folk museum in the British Isles. It's absolutely beautiful here because you've got the lovely old traditional Manx cottages and it has views overlooking the Calf. So we're right down on the south of the Isle of Man, looking across the Calf, across the Sound. And today we have come to do something very important as part of a project that the Manx Wildlife Trust is doing. So I'm with the farmland bird officer today, Rob, and we are putting out tree sparrow hoppers. Now there's already one here and we're going to put 2 new hoppers out today. I'm going to tell you what they are, I'm going to show you what we're doing and basically why. But the tree sparrow is the rarest bird on the Isle of Man. We know there is at least one breeding pair left down in the south. They are a farmland bird, like most farmland birds across the UK and on the Isle of Man. They are sadly suffering big population declines. As I said, they're literally locally extinct. Now I'm just going to pause the video quickly there, as you may be thinking, hang on, we see sparrows all the time. They are everywhere, and you aren't wrong. However, the sparrow you are more likely thinking of is the more common house sparrow. Let's take a closer look. So tree sparrows are slightly smaller, have a solid chestnut brown cap, and of course their distinctive black spot. They prefer rural habitats and are associated with farmland. House sparrows, this is a male, has a grey crown and no black spot on the cheek. House sparrows can be found in both urban and rural areas. Both male and female tree sparrows look similar, but male and female house sparrows differ. This is the female. As you can see, the male has much brighter and distinct markings. Despite hearing them and seeing them regularly in the UK, house sparrows have also experienced population declines, and both house and tree sparrow are on the UK's red list of birds of conservation concern. So what we're trying to do is sustain what population we have here by providing food over the hungry gap, which is the winter months, so from now through until maybe March, providing these hoppers so that hopefully they have more of a chance of surviving here and then breeding in the breeding season. So fingers crossed, but I'll go and show you what we're doing. This hopper design is one that is being used in the UK, where tree sparrows have declined by 94%. They are still clinging on, with people working tirelessly to monitor and hopefully improve things for this bird. The design is simple. After choosing an area, one that is flat, scrubby and close to a hedgerow, we build a basic frame with 4 posts and slats for the food bin to sit on. Bags of millet here, and it's a small but very satisfying thing is opening this bag. Millet is a favourite food source of the tree sparrow. The feeder is raised up to prevent longtails, or RATS, from reaching it. We then add some wire mesh around the hopper to prevent larger birds like pheasants from eating all the seed. Finally, a camera trap, so we can monitor what is using the feeder and how successful it is for tree sparrows. So today is our final day of installing our tree sparrow hoppers. There's 3 left to put out, which means Rob has done a total of 40 over the last 2 years, spread out across the Isle of Man, and these are the last 3. So we're feeling excited and very happy today. So yeah, and there's the first one. It's a beautiful day. So behind me here, this is the field where we're putting our hoppers. As you can see, there's flocks of small birds like linnet, chaffinch, we've had some skylark fly over, and those are all farmland birds associated with farmland, and what they love is this sort of scrubby, overgrown grassland. and it's full of seeds. So this was a sunflower field, and as you can see, they sort of left the crop in. It's not been ploughed. It's been left over winter, which isn't only providing cover and protection for the soil, reduces erosion with the weather and hold nutrients and like nitrogen in the soil, but it's also providing vital food for many birds over winter or the Hungry Gap. So 40 extra feeding stations across the island to support not only tree sparrows, hopefully, but a whole range of other farmland and small birds that will also feed on the seed. We're going to put another one in this corner here. Yeah!
What is even better is that farmers can receive a payment for winter crops and stubble fields through the Agri-Environment Scheme, a government programme that provides funding to farmers and land managers to farm in a way that supports biodiversity, enhances the landscape and improves the quality of water, air and soil.
That is the last hopper.
So, if you live in a rural area in either the UK or the Isle of Man and hear sparrows, take a closer look. See if you can spot any of those black markings on their cheeks. Thank you all for watching. I will leave you with a couple of photos from our camera trap. Can you spot the tree sparrows?